Okay, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are watching me from. Sorry for last night, and we had challenges last night. While trying to upload the video, but at the point it isn't working, and I realized this morning that the recorded video was not successfully uploaded, and the software we are using, there's no provision where you can download to your local machine. So this has to prompt me to do a new video. So I'm going to be doing this video to recap what we did last night, so that you can also watch as well. Then be able to do the assignment that comes along with the video. Now, when you look at here, we have this nice looking web page. Then we have this kind of a one, two, three footer. Then we have a container that has a um, um, three pictures float to the left, and I have kind of margin and padding um, in between this. In between this, then we also have the design here. We have yellow inside our. This should be H2 or H1. They also have a right up with white. Then if you notice, we have this dark background, dark blue background around our website. Then we have this uh, nice and 3D background here in our header. Then we also have the logo. I see a nicer logo. Then you look at the icon here, phone. They also have the icon of the email. Then we also have like a registration. When you hover this, it will just take a little while. Then it will pop up a background for you. So we are going to be doing that. So we're going to be building a similar application. So another thing also I want to show you guys is to look at the mobile responsiveness. Then when you come here, try to you know try to view the mobile responsiveness. This is what happened. So I seen it. So when you at a point in this scheme, you see everything nicer. Then when you just reduce this, you see a breakdown here. It will break, but it will break. Then yeah, we also have a kind of let's say kind of responsiveness here. You can see all the information that are responsive. Look at the header here, very responsive. So responsiveness of a website is the ability to be able to view this website in a phone. Now, if a site is not responsive, you will find it difficult to be able to see all the content in when using a smaller device. So we are also going to be building the responsiveness of this website. Now, what are the technology we are going to be using to build this nice application? The technology we are going to be using to build these applications is HTML, CSS, specifically. Then we're going to be adding a bit of jQuery on this website. We're going to be adding a kind of a jQuery. Then that's what we're going to be doing to add a kind of jQuery on this. So let's move ahead in building this application. Open that door. Okay, guys. Okay, let's move ahead. Now I've successfully opened my VS Code. Now, what we are going to be doing here is to perhaps you've created a folder where you have your images, your CSS file. Also, you are going to be adding JavaScript. Then you also create a folder for that. But I already created a folder for my project. I'm going to be using this folder called the general class. Then this is the last folder we worked on. I have to just click on general class. Okay, in this general class, I'll be creating a folder. Let's say I'll be creating a folder like Let's just create a folder. I'm thinking of a name to use. Let's create let's call it uh, our website. Our website. So this is the folder we just created. Our website. Then inside our website, you're also going to be using image and CSS. So when we come to this, you see I have images here. We are going to be creating a folder, image folder, where we can store our images. These images, we're going to be creating a folder for that. Um, then, so what I'm going to be doing now is to quickly jump to my VS Code. So I'm going to be creating a folder inside this our website. When you look at this icon here, this icon has a kind of angle down, means that I'm currently on this my website. So I will create image, img, images. Then also, this is the image application. I'm also going to be creating another folder there. I'm going to be creating another folder. So the folder I'll be creating is CSS. We're also going to be having CSS. We're going to be using CSS for our project. So I will also be using, I'll be adding using CSS to do that. Now what I need to do is that when I come to this here, this I just need to just, you know, I don't know why this image is showing, notwithstanding. Okay, let me create CSS. Then I have two here. I have CSS image, CSS folder. I have image folder as well. Okay, guys. So okay, when you look at our website, we have a CSS folder we've created already. They also have image folder we've created already. Now, when you look at here, you will see this nice, you okay, you look at this nice website layout. There are a lot of website layout you can, I think you can get in Google. Just Google it to have a few nicer website layout. But this is actually was designed and developed by us. So we are going to be building our website based on this website layout. We have a logo here, we have header, we have content, we also have the filter. Now we're going to be first building the HTML of this project. After when we are done, we'll start adding our styling. So it's very necessary to do that. Now what we are going to be doing first is to start downloading our images. So we'll first download our images. Then after we've done that, we also see how we can download our background, the background we are going to be using for this project. Let's move ahead. To download image online on website, maybe look you see image you like online and you want to download this particular image on your local machine. It is very very simple. So what I'm going to be doing, let's just assume that this image here is online, the live image, but I will not be using this. I will be using the image directly on my website. That is the image I'm going to be using for the tutorial. Now let's go to my company website. Then what we are going to be doing is to see how we can be able to use those materials we have there, and see how we can serve them on our local machine. Now the first thing I'm going to be using is to download this nice logo, and this is the logo we are going to be using. When you look at it, we have this logo, then we also have this icon. So I'll be using this logo. To download this logo, all I need to do is to right click and come to open image in a new tag. So I'll open that. Then what I'm going to do is to save this image. Right click and save image as. Now when you save the image as, I'm going to be looking for the location, like where I will be saving this image. But my location I will be saving this image is inside my project folder, inside the image folder. So I have to locate the place I created or stored my folders. For me, I stored it inside my desktop, inside the general classes. This is the folder. I open the folder. Then inside the general classes, I have my website. This is my website. So inside my website, I have my images. I just click here. Now when you look at here, you will see the image tab, PNG image. I will be changing this to lower cat logo. Then we've uh, uh, we've been able to download our logo. The next thing I'm going to be doing also is to download these three nice, branded images. First, we're going to be starting by downloading our application, web development. We have to go back to the website. Then here is the uh, app development. Is it app development or web development? That's app development. I think that should be okay. App development. So what I'm going to be doing is to get this. Let me download this. Right click, open image file. Then I'll right click and save image as. Then here I'm also going to be renaming this as services services one. Then because I'm using it for my services, Johnny just close this. We don't no longer need this. So next thing we're going to be doing here is to download this image software training. Don't mind this image. Open this image. Is more than 12 years ago. Yeah, it's about 12 years ago I took these images. So I don't need to click here and then remove this to two. All right. So the next thing I'm going to be doing here is also to download our. Okay, we've done this web development. Let's get this app development as well. So it's very simple to do. We have to come back to the website. Okay, we are getting this. Open a new tab. Right click. All right. I'll come here. Okay. So this is what we have here. Service 3. Save. Now we've been able to download our images inside our VS Code. So when we come to this image, you see that we have logo, we have a services one, we have services two, we have service three. Now if you notice, our logo don't have a background. It's a transparent background. So I think if you want to learn how to remove a background in your image, all you need to do is you will just come to you and say uh, remove background from image. Then use this remove background.bg. I think that's what you need to do. Then just upload the image here and drag and drop the image here. The background will automatically be removed. So that's how you can remove your background, your image. Now let's move ahead. So next thing we are going to be doing is to get a dark background. So if you look at it, we have this kind of background. I'm not going to be using the same background. I'm using a different background entirely. So so I'll come to Google and say dark, let's say dark blue background. You can Google blah blue background. If you can't see that blue, you can use blah blue or blah blue. You know what blah blue is all about. So I don't want to go further. All right. Um, I'm looking for a background I can use. Let's look at this. Okay, I think I'm comfortable with this background. This dark blue. I don't need to just right click, open open image in a new tag. Let's see. The background is quite small. Let's look for a background that is a bit bigger. The background is a bit bigger. So let me open if I can be able to see, able to use see how I can download this background in the feature website here. This is free. I think you should be able to have access to this free background. Let's see if you can have access to free background. Okay, let's download pro download. Let me right click this. These guys are not giving access to this background. So if you ask me to sign up, I won't sign up. No worry. I'm not going to sign up anything. Don't have time for that. Um, that's a various website we can download a kind of background we need. One of the website is the uh, Proxy. I think it's be Proxy. As in most of those, what's the website is Proxel image. Let's see if we can get any background in Proxel image. Okay, this is the site, Proxel image. So you can get free images there, freelancers image. I can say dark background, dark blue, dark blue uh, background. So I'm going to be using background here. This is actually free. You can get this free. Let's see if we can have any background. This I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can get any background here. Okay, guys, I decided to use this particular background here. So I decided to make use of this background. So let's download this background and see what we got here. Uh, okay, it's loading. Okay, this is the background and it's a JPEG image. You can rename to BG, then save. Okay, we are no longer needing this. Let's close and let's close this. Now we've been able to get our background. We're able to get all the images we need. So it's time for us to start building. This is the background we are using for our project. So it's time for us to start building. So let's go back to our VS Code. Okay, this is our VS Code, and I have to close this. Then this is our layout. The first thing we need here is the logo of the site. The first thing we need here is the logo to get the logo of the site. So we're going to be creating the logo. Then after the logo, we will create the header, then the sidebar. So that's what we will be doing on this. So next thing here is to um so we have to come to our website. Closing this, I don't need this. We have to come to our website. There's our website. Then we have this folder and we have this folder. But I'm going to be creating my file, my first HTML file here. We're going to be using just one HTML file. Then in future we will introduce how to build a multiple pages, and link them together. So what I'm going to do here is to create my file, um, index.html. Then I'm sorry, this file is I think we created this file inside the image, which is wrong. We are creating this file here. Just click on this folder like this. Just click on it here. You will say index.html. So this is um this is the kind of the HTML file we have. Then what you are going to do also is to see how we can start adding content in our HTML file. So what I'm going to do is that I'll be changing this from the Django template to HTML to enable me have the auto complete packages. So to generate HTML file, you just need to click here and click enter. Now this enter here in the title, we are going to be adding the title of our website. You can see Skyline training training. Now I can just say welcome to Skyline training. Can you see any of that? Or welcome to. So this is the title of our website. Let's view this website and see if everything is going well. So we click on here, open with live server. Okay. Um, you can see we have welcome to Skyland what? Uh, Welcome to Skyland training. We have this title here. And thing also, okay guys, if you notice here, when it comes to Skyline, you will see this logo, this Skyline logo inside our title. Then when they come here in our own website, you will not see this logo. You just see the name. Now we're going to see how I can use Vicom icon. So we're going to be then how to can use that Vasi Viva icon, Viva icon. So Viva icon just like having a logo here inside of our title. So we're going to be see how we can add a logo here instead of displaying this website logo. We can just have our company customized logo there. To do that quickly, all we need to do is to come here and you don't know link, we enter. So here will be icon, not CSS. So here we have icon. Then, so what we are going to be doing is to the image, the part of the icon. When you come here inside our folder, we have the image folder. Then inside the image folder, you have logo. So the icon we are going to be using is this particular logo as our Vicon icon. So what I'm going to do is to come here and type image, then I'll use icon. So this is the icon we are using. Then let's go back to our website, and you notice that we have this kind of nice icon here, Skyline icon, Skyline logo here. So you can also have it here. I think you have it in different kind of website. You can have it there. So this is it. This is where you can see the icon, this nice icon. This I can add icon on your website. So let's move ahead by first creating our header. We're also going to be looking at our foot side layout here. So this one we are going to be creating our header. To do that quickly, we need to just come here and to create a header, we need to put our header, our header, which is this clear header. Let me show you this particular header. So we are going to be creating this header. So inside the header, we have the image and this nice icon, and also we are going to be having this website, what's it called? A website email address. Then this nice call cell phone icon, and then our phone number. So let's quickly do that. Jump to that. Um, so what we're going to do now is to it's very simple. We are going to be creating a div with a class of icon, a class of logo rather. So I enter. Here's my logo. Inside this div, we are going to be having image, then also our what to call it, our website information, maybe contact address. Now I'm going to be passing a logo here, img, then img images slash, then this is the logo. Then let's view our site and see the logo. Here we have this logo. We'll come to this later, but what I want us to do is to build our HTML first. Then when we are done building HTML, we then add the CSS. So next thing I want to be adding is this nice icon here. Can you have this nice icon? I'm going to be adding that, but what we're going to be using to do that is awesome icon. Awesome and awesome icon is the icon we are going to be using. I think I've done a video on how to add awesome icon in our website. So what we're going to be doing now is to start using the awesome icon. Now to do that, we need to go on to awesome icon. I probably will do that, but you can see awesome icon. And make sure that you are connected to the internet. If you are not connected to the internet, you will find it very difficult to be able to utilize these libraries. So you ensure that you are always connected to the internet. So here we have uh, uh, free icon. We are going to be using the free one. We have about 2,000, almost 2,000 icon we are going to be utilizing. So what I need to do is to click on free and the open socks icon. Here we have a list of icon we can make use of. So the icon I want to use is this icon here, this telephone icon, and then also this image icon, this envelope icon. Then I'm also going to be adding like let's say WhatsApp, where you can be able to follow us on WhatsApp, or if possible I will make it a bit of advance by adding a kind of a social media where you can follow us. Also when you follow us on social media, you can also join us on Facebook as well. So like link out on Facebook, I will be doing that. So what we're going to do now is just we need to just get this icon, uh, copy this, come here. So we're going to be adding this inside our paragraph. We just say P. Then I will copy that icon here. Um, the next is the envelope. I think you have different design. You can try to choose a different kind of design, but I'm not going for the design now. Then next thing is to use envelope. Then I'll just copy this envelope. Can decide to use any of this or that, but I'm not using any of that design. Um, hmm, okay, frankly. All right. Um, all right. William McClocken. All right. So this is it. This is what we have here. Okay. Let's view our website and see if the icon is displaying. So if you notice the icon is not displaying. Now to be able to get access to this icon in this library, you need to get a script for that. We need to get a script. Okay, guys. We what if you notice here, you can have access to the icon. So we don't have the icon yet. So we need to link for us to be able to display those icons in our website. So we need to have access to a CSS script. Now to get your CSS script or fun awesome CND, um, what you need to do is you need to create an account with them. After you first of create an account, you will get that script immediately you created account. But if you don't have access to that, maybe after you've created account, come to this place, you will see what is to say your account. You try to get our script here, then come to manage kits, then come to web front, web font. Then these are actually script we are going to be adding in our project. Inside you can see you copy your kit code into the head of the HTML. So we are copying this in between the opening tag and the closing tag of our head. So this is our head opening and closing tag. We press this here. So this launch script here. So with this launch script, you can be able to have access to this icon. Then let's go back to our website and see what happened. If you notice here, we have this nice looking icon here. I also want to be adding like WhatsApp also, like where you can be able to get us on WhatsApp. I'm also going to be adding like social media, Twitter, Instagram for those who want to follow us on Twitter or Instagram. I want to go back to that to this fun icon, then icon. So free source icon. So what I'm going to do is to search for WhatsApp. I think we should have WhatsApp icon. Let me just try if we should have WhatsApp icon. Okay, we have WhatsApp icon here. This is the WhatsApp icon. So I'll just click on this icon and then copy the WhatsApp. Um, this is our WhatsApp. All right, let's look at our website. Okay, this the WhatsApp icon. We have the phone number, this and this. This is the WhatsApp icon also. Then um if possible you can add a Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, but I'm not going to be doing that now. But I'm cool with this. Let's move ahead. So what I'm going to be doing now is to add kind of a write up. Here we have phone. I need to add this in. We need an you need to use an inline CSS here. If you use anything like H or P, it will break. So we're not using that. Let me look for what to use, like spam, or like let's just use spam. Spam is okay for us to use. Then inside this opening tag and closing tag of the spam, we're going to be adding our phone number 234 uh, 8101 524926. So I also copied this to our WhatsApp. It's the same thing for our WhatsApp. Um, then our email, I also need to declare this here. Then what I will do is to change this to my email address, info at skylineict.com. So here is our details in the head and the footer. Sorry, the head and the logo. So this is what we have here. I think we are done with this. We'll come back for this after when we will start our styling. So the next thing we are going to be building in this website is see how we can be able to build. What is next? Let's look at our layout. So we'll see how we can be able to build this head, the header. So what we need to do is very simple. We are going to be using a flexbox to build this header, a flexbox. So I will explain what flexbox is all about, and the work of the flexbox. We are going to be using flexbox, and also kind of you can also use floats. You can use float. You can use inline. You can use flexbox. I think I've explained what flexbox is all about and how to make use of flexbox. I also recap it for the purpose of this class. So guys, so we want to build this particular element. So let me talk about flexbox, and also let me talk about flexbox and under list. Now I think we've done about ordered and other list. Let me talk a bit about ordered and other list. Now it's also a good practice when when you are building your header. You use what we call a under list. I think when you are building this header, use ordered list here. So under list, then we have order list, we have under list. It's also very advisable to build, to use order list. So I'm going to be using order list here, then also a flex box. Let me explain to you what is a flex box. Now to do that, I need to open a Microsoft Word to do that explanation. Then now, let's look at ordered list and under list. What are the differences of order list and under list? Ordered list, like when you have Skyline, Macaulay, Skyline, Macaulay, um, Macaulay. I don't even know how to spell my own name. All right, so okay. Let's say uh, let's say banana. All right. Now, this I like to convert this item to other list, which other list is the one that have booleans. So I other list, ordered list, the one that have numbers. So this is order list, um under list with a bullet list. Then while we have under list with a number. So another thing we're also going to be looking at now is what we call a flex box. So let me explain to you what is a flex box and how you can be able to utilize a flex box, and why do we always use flex box. Now the reason why we use flex box is because flex box is very easier than floating. So in this project, we are going to be using both flex box. So in this project, we're going to be using both flexbox, floats, and flexbox float, and also inline display inline block. We're going to be using that as well. But notwithstanding, let's proceed. What we are going to be doing here is to learn about flexbox. I'm looking for a box I will can use. Okay, insert. Okay, shape. Now when it come here, we have this this nice box here. Now this is a box. Now in this box, when you create uh, HTML icon, with div is a block icon. It comes this way. I'm looking for that. Okay, it comes this way. Any icon you created, you see that icon this way. What is that draw to? Okay, let's go back. Okay, this is it. um Let me increase this a little also. um then when you create html elements, sorry, when you create a container or a div comes out in default as a block element. So but what we want to achieve here is to see how we can place this thing vertically instead of horizontal. How we can play this element vertically instead of placing this element in horizontal, vertically instead of placing it in horizontal form. So what, in order to achieve this, we can use uh, either a display inline block or float to be able to float this element, or we use uh, uh, flexbox. So the simplest and the easiest way to achieve this is to use flexbox. If we use display inline, what happen is that this element will be uh, automatically display in vertical form, like where I'm doing it here. So the element will automatically display this way. So what we want to achieve is to move this element, this div, to a vertical instead of horizontal. So let's move ahead and see how we can achieve that. Now I'm going to be using under and other list to achieve this. It's a good practice. You cannot use any kind of element, both anchor element, to achieve this, but I'm going to be using under and other list. So this ordered and other list is also a block element. It's a block element. So I will be using other list to do that. Now to write other list is very simple. To write the other list, before then, let me show you the sample of this script or this project we are just building, so that you will be able to see some view techniques, what I do, what to inspect. Then in that inspect, when it comes to the header, you can see this header, this has a container with a class of header. Now when you click on this container, you notice that we have this here, this ordered list. Same thing, if we click on this ordered list, we see that inside this ordered list, we still have other elements inside. So you see it, other list is in between these home services. So when, have you seen what is happening now? So we have this kind of blue background highlighting on this. Then when you click on this, you will see the list of other lists there, different kind of other lists, and this element in default will display as a block element. Let's move ahead, guys. Enough of the explanation. um for saving by me. Okay, let's move ahead. So to have other list, let me just show you something. Other list, inside other list we have list item. I would say skyline, skyline foundation. I'm just doing explanation. Let's have another one with ol. They have a list also. um Skyline ict consult ltd. So this is it. Let's see. Let's view our site. So if you see, notice that the other lists have a boolean, this not boolean, rather, the bullets. Why this have numbers serially? When you also notice that this element automatically is block element. So let's move ahead. We are going to be removing this now. Let's create our header. So when you come here, this skyline, uh, you notice that we have, so we have this class header. So we are going to be creating a class header there. Dot header. Inside that header, we have Inside that header, so we have another element like ul. Inside that ul also we have li, right? Uh-huh. Then inside that li, we're also going to be having a content like hello. So this is it. So this is what we have here. Um, this is it. I forgot. I have to undo. I forgot to add something, guys. I thought to add anchor. So we have a class to write a class. You need this header. Then inside that class, we need ul. Inside that ul, we need li. Inside the li, we need anchor tag, which is a. Inside the anchor tag, we need home. So this is what we have here. This is what we have here. Um, I will just duplicate this about one, one, one. So this should be, sorry guys, I have to undo it back. This element should be here outside this container. Okay, sorry. Well, I did the right thing. Don't mind me. I did the right thing. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, let's just duplicate this. Just the right thing. All right. All right. All right. Are we good? I think. I think we are good. Home services. Then about us. Then registration or sign up. Sign up. Then login. All right. This is what we have here. Hmm? So we have this our ordered list. Let's see what's happening. Okay, this is what we have here, right? We have this nice icon here. So another thing, let's check and see what's happening here. Uh, we don't need any other thing again. I think we are good to go. So we are done with this header. We are done with this header. We are done with this particular header. We don't need it. We are done with it. Let's move ahead to write other HTML as well. So what we're going to be doing next is to create our okay, to create our content area. I will be scrapping this. It's not necessary. You can return it if you need it, you can return it. So the content area, we what you notice here, we have these three elements. This one, two, three elements. Now, in the three elements, we have one, two, three. I'll be introducing you to what we call columns and rows. We can also use div or any kind of element to do that. But I want to introduce for a good practice. When you look at it, this is a row one, row two, and row three. We have three rows here. Now, what is rows? We all know that in every did I close this? I thought I closed this Microsoft Word. So let me introduce to what rows does, and also uh, rows is going to still insert a table. So this a row. This what called a row, right? Now inside this row, that probability of having columns. So you have column inside the row. Let's have three columns here. I think we should be able to do that. Okay, you have to click on this. Let's click on this and see how we can have rows. Um, let's remove this. Let's come back. So we have row. Inside that row, we have one row. Then we have a column. So two rows. Now you can see we have inside a row. Inside the row we have um, two columns. But our own is going to be three columns rather. Our own is going to be three columns. One, two, three. So you can see we have three columns here in one row. These are columns. What we call columns. These are what we call columns. I can also draw this to use it for explanation. Let me draw this, use it to do explanation so that most of you guys can understand. So we have a column here, a row. Inside this row, we are having a column of three images. One, two, three. So have you seen it here? So having a column of three images. So this is what we are going to be achieving. We are not going to be using flexbox. We'll be using what we call float to float our elements on this. So to achieve this, we we need a column for this. Let's run down quickly a column for this. So to do that, it's very very simple. You need to come here. Um, to do that is to create a column. Every column have a row. So we're going to create a row. Then inside the row, we're going to be having a column. Abi, I'm sure if the right, but let me try. Column. Okay, let me let you have one row. The row. So inside that row, we're also going to be having another. I think we should have another div also. We'll call column. So this is it. This is what I just. This is what I did. Column. Inside the column, we have rows. But what I also want to do now is to see how we can manipulate this and have three rows and one column. So to do that, just click on row. Then another one is column, class of column, put dot list, column, then times. We need three columns. So this is it. We can now have three columns inside here and one row. So it's almost similar to what I explained earlier here, a row and a three columns inside. So we've been able to achieve that. So inside there, what are we are going to be having inside there? What are we going to be having inside this our columns? So we will look at that, what we're going to be having inside our column. Then let's check this. Let's also inspect this to be able to see what we'll be able to what we're able to achieve. So inside this row, you can see inside this row, let me bring it up a little. You can see inside this row here, we have columns. So each of the column, inside each of the column, we have these elements, image, header, then and the body uh, body content. So is what we are going to be doing. Then we have a kind of a break around. So let achieve this quickly. Let achieve this quickly. So to do that, I've gone to Skyline City Consult to copy. First one we have training, or let's say app development. Okay, web development. That's what development. We are going to be using this for our web development. So let's move ahead. The first thing we are going to be doing first is to add the add the what's they call it image img, then img images slash, then service one, then when we come back here see what we have here. We have images and service one. So to add, we are going to be adding our header as well, like having our header, you know, um not red rather h1, h2, h3, any kind of h at all. So yeah, we having my paragraph first. The way I will paste all these element I just copied. um so I also will be using this is my web development, which is the head. So I'll be adding h1 here, then this should be inside my h1. So this is it I have here. Then when it come from here, I have I have this, then I have p viewing our site. So this is what we have here. We can decide to break it. Let me break it here from us. What's us? So us. Then let me break it from here. The arrow. We don't know what the break does. It does divide the element, giving the element a new line. So I'm just working on the weight. Let's work on the weight of our images. The width of our images should be 200. Then the height should be also height should be 200 as well. Um, let's see if that will work. I think we should be able to go with this 200, 200. Then the another thing we are going to be doing is to just copy the whole thing here. We copy the whole element here, this whole element. So from the image to the end of the P. So I want to copy. When I copy, I come here and paste. So I have the duplicate and paste. So this is what we got here. So you see what we have. So I will also be changing these images. Let me change these images. The next one we are going to be using is web development. Next is let's say app development. I'm copying this. Web development one. This app development. I think we have two, right? Two. Um, no, it's a bit not nicer. So let me copy app development individually. Control C to copy. I'm moving this Control V to paste. So Control C to copy. Moving this from here. All right. So this is what we got. We can break it down so that to enable us see our VS Code very well. So next thing we're going to be doing there, we can check out our application and see what is happening there. All right. Okay, this should be training. Let's change it. Let's change this to. So we are using two here. Change it to three, please. All right. Then here should be two, which is training. Um. All right. We have here. We have here. We have here there, bro. All right, exactly. All right, guys, let's move on. Let's move on. Don't mind me. Just trying to, trying to be happy. All right. Okay, moving ahead and ahead and ahead. If you are following me, raise up your head. Say, I am following. I am following. Okay, let's move ahead. So I'm going to copy the software training. It really belongs to. All right, training. That's a software training. So this is why we have the software training here. Then let's copy the write up. If you are listening to me, lift up your hand and head and say, I hear, I hear, I hear, I hear. All right. Victory belongs to victory belongs to God, man. All right. Okay. All right. Exactly. Okay. This is what we have here. I think we are done with this. Let's move ahead in building our footer. Then that will be the last section for the HTML, and I will end the video here. Then I also do a video on how we can add the CSS. So I will not have the video too long. Having a long video. Yesterday we had issue because the video was too very long. So uh so what we are going to be doing is we are going to be adding uh I hope we have a closing tag here. Okay, all right. Okay, let's build our filter. Build our filter. So here we're going to be building filter here. The filter also, what you are going to be using to build the filter is float flexbox. We are going to be using flexbox to build the filter. So to do that, we also need to create to come here. Remember, when you come here and click on this place, you will see that this is inside a row. Don't do it inside a row. Outside this. So we are clicking our filter footer um footer. Inside the footer we have three rows also, but we're not going to be using row. We are going to be using item, list item. Inside this we are going to be having div. uh but notwithstanding, let me do that. Let me show you guys something. The footer, then greater than another div, the class of item, hmm, items or items, then Inside the item, we're also going to be having like H1, H2 rather. Then inside that H2, we'll have let's just say a low word. So oh my god, we've done. Are you sure it will work? Okay, that's okay. Let's go back again. Footer. Then inside the footer, we're having another class called items. Inside that item, we're having H1. Inside that H1, we're having inside it, we're having this. So, no, no, what not do no, no, what that do no, no. Okay, let's just have this. All right, let's go. Inside this item, we're having this. So this item should be three. Three. Hello, world. So what we are, I will show you what we are building. Um, two, sorry. Okay. So this is what we are building here. We are building this footer. So we also come to Skyline here. We are building this footer as well. This is what we are building. This footer. So that's what we're going to be achieving in this our video. So that's what we're going to be achieving. All right. All right. Copy this. All right. First one we have our office address. Port Harcourt office address. This should be only inside the guys. I'm using this as two. Changing this as two, please. I'm using at two because one will be too big. So inside this div, I have a paragraph where I will press the body. So this is the body here. So when you look at here, we have this paragraph here from here to here. So we are good to go. Change this to two, please. And two, other two. One will be too big. Here, that empty other two ago. So all right. All right, all right, all right, all right. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, we have about us. Okay, about us. I put this inside P. All right. Then I'm popping about us to replace to LA word. Okay. Next one is our United States subsidiaries office. So if you are in United States, we have a job to do in United States, you want to see us in person, we have our team in United States can meet you for a round table, both software development, both any kind of website at all, any kind of software we are building, app development, school portal, any kind of website, bank, just think of any kind of program, any kind of software you want to build. We are willingly and ready to deliver that. This is what we know how to do best. Skyline ICT has been in the field for more than 12 years now. My problem, my business, my brother. Man, more chop. Oh. This training, money no come out for this training. No. What do you give man money? Now, all this programming and also other remote work we dey do. So I don't promote myself for this kind country. Uh, Man, you go got it. If you'll be doing, if you have a voting count in February, I'm gonna be speaking Yankee language. So I vote no come my brother like this. I'm gonna speak a year, man. You got it? If you don't got it, then forget about it. That's why we need Obi to win. All right, we are good for with this creating HTML. So the next thing we're going to be doing is to style. So I will end this video. It's about 16 minutes video. Or I'll end this here. Then the next video will how I'll be doing the styling as well. Very, very importantly. All right, guys.